God, I love that Sienna trend. I guess I need to put it in my list of trends I want to do. Do it right now! I mean, it's not like you have anything higher on your list to do. You can just switch them around. You're so right! Oh my god, I'm doing it right now. This will be worth every hour. I'm so hyped. And howdy! It's me, Manny! And hello? This is new. I haven't really done any trend ever, except that one unfinished animatic during Cringetober, which I'm not counting as an art trend. I did. I'm gonna finish it one day, and I'm gonna do another version with the actual characters that I wanted to do that trend with, because it was supposed to be an emo shy and solar one, but I still have not redesigned solar, so I couldn't do that. But moving on, this isn't about this. This is about the Sienna trend. I love the Sienna trend so much since the day I saw it, and then all these artists I knew, artists I didn't know, that was so hype. That was incredible, and I wanted to do it so bad, and you know what? It was worth every hour. I usually just leave the length of drawing I did in the description and don't really say it in the video, but this was so long. I'm gonna acknowledge how long it was, because it was worth every second of it. It was 14 hours and 22 minutes as far as I checked. It could have been more if at any point my recording stopped. I don't remember if it did. If there was any recording shenanigans, it was longer than that by, I don't know, 20 minutes less, but it's around that. Honestly, it was the most fun I've ever had drawing, and as you can see, it's because I'm doing little chibi, I'm doing a little silly. Remember how I said that I wanted my New Year's resolution to be more silly? Well, I took a head start and I started before the new year just to get in the mindset, you know? And I started by drawing myself, because, you know, that's how the trend goes. You draw yourself and then you draw your favorite characters, and I drew myself so silly. Look at me. It's the little ooh. The little, you know the meme, you know it. If I still have it on my phone, because I used it as a reference, I will put it on screen. So silly. I love the hardtail the most. It's so good. And the giant eyes. The giant inquisitive eyes. I think that's the best drawing of myself I ever did. I'm not gonna lie. I love it so much. I will use it all the time in little chats with my friends. I will just put it as a little sticker on WhatsApp and use it all the time. That's my life now, and I love it. Because look at it, it's so cute. I have more stuff to say about why I chose those characters in that order, because I don't know if it's part of the trend to put things that match the lyrics or not. My from watching it, I can't tell. Sometimes I feel like it does, sometimes it does not, and sometimes I don't know the characters, so I can't tell. But I decided to Oh, yeah, that's when I remember. That's the moment you can see it right as it happens. That I remember that my hairstyle is inspired heavily by Lavender Town, and that I took her emotions as eye shape, but just as pupils, because I think it vibes more with me. And I remember to do, I forget it so often, and I remembered, so hooray for me. That's not the worst thing I forgot to draw. It was, like you saw last time, the mustache, her facial hair thingies, on my own Sona. Embarrassing. But yeah, that's the first one we got. It's very cute. It's my little me. And then I realized, no, the dress looks kinda empty without the little guys. I knew I could not. I feel like this is last week's talk all over again. I knew I could not put everything on that little dress. It's too chibi, it's too small. But the pastel goth buddies had to be there. And then I also remembered to do the hair highlights. Thank God, I forget them so often. At this point, I need to do a little checklist for each drawing, where I have each step so that I don't forget them. And I did not put the little hair messiness, because I was like, I would clutter the chibis. So I didn't. And I'm adding the little text. I've seen it written multiple ways, but other ways seem to be simplification of this text, and I liked this text, so I put that one. Then, would look just like you, I drew Amity Blight, because she is my favorite Owl House character, and you could say there's a vague resemblance. When I drew my Owl House Sona for the first time, it looks way too similar in the hair department. And a little bit in backstory, I guess. I don't know. That's just the reason I relate to her. I don't know what to tell you. I drew her in her season 3 finale design, not the time skip, because I didn't want to do the time skip because I don't know. I wanted to draw her more I'm gonna just cut and think about my feelings about it to explain them, because this is surprisingly difficult. Why is this? Psychoanalyzing myself? The video? I guess it is. We'll roll with it. Let's go. So, I didn't draw season 1 Amity because I haven't been in the headspace. I know she's like that just for a few episodes, and then she keeps her design until season 2. But I still feel like there's an association with her bully persona, and that hairstyle is very square, very serious, very her being controlled by her mother. And I relate. For a long time, my appearance was not because I liked it, but because that's how I thought I needed to look. That's why I relate so much, and that when she changed her hairstyle in season 2, and then I saw so many people complaining, being like, oh, they took away her personality. I was like, this is the first time she chose her appearance. Are you missing the point? the first one was not her. That's the whole point. Anyway, moving on. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I've not been in that headspace for a while. I've rediscovered what I like. I went through a few hair phases until I discovered how I liked it with the little purple streak. We love it. And then the question was season 2 or season 3. I didn't want to do the time skip because I feel like now she's evolved past me. It's the opposite of season 1. I'm not there yet. I don't know where there is, but I don't feel there. Wherever it is. But I vibed more with season 3. Season 3, I don't know what about it. If it maybe it's also seeing how she looks in the time skip. Feels like it's a transition point between her exploring for the first time and her being fully herself. And I doubt this is my ultimate form, so I'm giving myself leeway, you know. This video is gonna be a mess. But anyway, moving on from relating too much to Amity into relating too much to Twilight Sparkle. In case you somehow find my channel for the very first time, that's the only explanation there is for you to be surprised. I am a very big My Little Pony fan, and Twilight Sparkle, I related so much to her, like, to an unhealthy amount. There is no such thing. Is there such thing? I don't know. But see, I had just moved into a new town, just like her. I had no friend, not only because I was kinda a quote-unquote weird kid that only had 2 friends before that, but also, obviously, because I just moved in, I knew nobody. And I was gonna move out again soon and lose whatever friends I made, which were 2, and one of them was a My Little Pony fan, which is hilarious. But moving on. I also was awkward, bookish. I had this thing that was kind of like a layer of superiority, but it was actually just me being so unable to relate to people, and being like a gifted kid that was always told like, wow, you're so gifted for your age. Oh my god, you speak of things so much more mature than people your age. That's because I don't know how to hold a conversation about things I don't care about, and things I care about were not the demographic of things that 8-year-olds usually like. Shocker. Wow. But moving on, I related so much to Twilight. I love her so much. My favorite season 1 episode was the Look Before You Sleep. I think it's episode, I wanna say 8. It's an episode in season 1 that has that name. Shut up. And that was my favorite episode because Twilight in it. Baby girl. Oh my god. How do you do it? How are you so oblivious? How are you so dumb and so smart at the same time? How do you do it? Billy Pop! Huh? So, I had to draw Twilight, cause she's everything, you know? Especially because it's the very first time I have done fan art of her, which feels illegal on a level I can't explain. And also, it's the very first time I've managed to draw her cutie mark well. And I feel very proud about it, you know? And I drew her as an alicorn, cause why not? The things I relate the most to Twilight is her neurosis, like how anxious she gets. Like, bestie, pacing until the floor, there's a hole in the floor. Mood. I don't make rules, but sometimes it feels like I will. I'm always freaking out. Thinking that one singular bad grade to a test will curse you into a life of failure and having to start everything to square one, but worse, and being ridiculed for it. Bestie, were you made in a lab for me specifically? And they really upped the freakouts since she became a princess and had more responsibility, or chances at responsibilities. So it just made sense, you know? She's just an anxiety ball masquerading as a pony. You know what you are. You know what you are. I love her. And next one is the remix. Oh wait, I didn't say why I put her for in temper like you, because of the anxiety. Basically. Now you know. And then I did a blush because I put everybody a little blush. And this one, look at this face. Iconic, beautiful. This one is Sunset Shimmer from Equestria Girl. I already really liked Sunset Shimmer in the first movie. There was just something. Maybe it was the gayness. But when she appeared in the second movie, Rainbow Rocks, and no wait, when there was those promotion videos for Rainbow Rocks, and there was My Past Is Not Today, that changed my brain chemistry. Watching the little portraits of her, but in the context of her watching them and then throwing them away, and her past is not today. My soul! And in a movie, her redemption arc, delicious, wonderful. She's just doing her best. And everybody always forgets that she's in the room and is mean to her on accident. Because they just don't think about what they're saying and the implications. And then in the third movie, Friendship Games, when she takes the role of Twilight and becomes the friendship teacher of the human Twilight. My soul! I love her! I love her as a character and because big gay vibes, you know? No, but really, I remember when Rainbow Rocks had just come out and she had her little transformation and everybody was theorizing that she became the seventh element, and it was empathy. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Empathie. But I love her. I love her. I'm just saying I love her. Yeah, there's no commentary. It's just me glazing Sunset Shimmer for 55 minutes. This is not the first fan art of her I've done, so I have that going for me. But I think this is the first time I got her hair right, because it's really hard to draw. Probably it's not that hard, but it's hard for me. And I've done it very badly in the past, but I've succeeded this time. And I'm happy. Even the Cringe-tober art of my dazzling AU, being a header AU, not an AU where she is a moving on, this is not about that. The hair did not look this good, so I'm proud. I think I drew her so cute. I had a lot of trouble finding the right color for the background, as you can see. I tried everything. Look at her, she's a baby girl, she's just like, me. I don't know why I drew her like that. It was either a silly, cute pose or a very angry one, a silly angry one, and I was saving that for somebody else later. By the way, this is when I realized that her hair got lighter as Equestria Girl went on. What is this? Who did that? I don't remember if her skin too. Who whitewashed my girl? How did you whitewash bunnies? Again, was Luna and Big Mac not enough? And then I changed the orange because I just couldn't do it. And I put her in Run Around Like You cause like she runs around trying to get redemption and proving herself. I don't know. It just fit her, and I liked it. No questions. Don't question me ever. Moving on to the next one. Look at this pose. Who do you think it is? Looking at her. Who could jumping in the pool, the excitable character possibly be? Look. It's Draculaura from Monster High, cause she's my favorite, always has been. I don't know if it's the pink, I don't know if it's the vampire, I don't know if it's her aesthetic, it's probably everything. But I loved her. I still love her. I love her redesign they did for G3. I have 2 G3 dolls. I love her. She's my baby. I had already a Draculaura doll when I was a child. It was the 13 Wishes doll, which was my second favorite movie, but the favorite one was the one looking online. It was called Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love, and it's considered as special. I don't know if that means it's not a movie or if like it's a specific things. I'm not very versed in that kind of vocabulary, but it was that one because it's about Draculaura, and I really liked the plot with like Valentine and stuff. You know how it is if you saw it. Honestly, I have a pretty vague memory of it because I did not rewatch it since the one time I watched it. It's not like Mellow Pony where I have like rewatch sessions and have like a few episodes memorized in French. True story. But like I loved it, and even if I don't remember it anymore, it was everything to me at some point, and that's why she's here instead of other characters. It could have been because she immediately jumped into my mind when I thought of drawing my favorite characters, and those other characters didn't, so that'll show them. But anyway, I drew Draculaura all happy because she has the good vibes. She's so cute and so sweet, and I love her. That's I don't really have much to say about her. I should have rewatched movies or something to remember, cause I love her and I loved her a lot, but I honestly kind of forgot about her. Maybe you would say that it would be a reason to not put her in here, but I would disagree, because even if my memory decided that remembering her was not important anymore, there was still a time when I was between 12 and 15 where I loved her to bits and I knew way more stuff about her, and I forgot to do the highlights. In Twilight's main, I told you I need a checklist to not forget about it, because this keeps happening. And I know that if I do a little checklist and I check each and every one, I'd remember Sunset Shimmer too. I'm doing this checklist right after this video, because ain't no way I keep doing this. Ain't no way. This is not good. This is just deeply embarrassing. This is also the moment I really understood her hair. Because, well, when you see it as a doll, it does not register the same, and I never specifically looked at her bangs before, and man, trying to draw them, I was like, where do I put this pink? What's going on? What is happening? But it worked out, and she looks so cute, and I know child me would be so stoked that I drew fan art of one of their favorite characters, and that just makes me really happy to think about, just good vibes. Since she's like a design for a doll line, I did not expect her to be this hard to draw. She has a lot of details and very specific design details. I feel like I've said detail twice. Moving on. I really forgot that Monster High and Ever After High too just had very intricate, nice design. No wonder they looked so good. But since this is the first time I drew Draculaura, this was a discovery for me. I was like, wait, she's a diva. Wait, no wonder I loved her. That and her personality and her design and her accent and her being a vampire and everything. I loved her. I love her. Look at her. She's so cute. I don't know if it's that one or another one, but I showed the final results that you'll see at the end to my mom, and she thought it was a monkey, and I have no idea how she thought that. Kind of embarrassing of her, TBH. But yeah, that's kind of the thing about the trend. Your favorite characters. Who are your favorite characters? Is it the ones you constantly think about and draw? Or is it sometimes also the characters that you have not thought about in a long time, but you have such cherished memory of them, and you were like obsessed with them at one point, and you just have to represent that, even if it's a thing of the past. To me, I had to draw her. I even have the 13 Wishes video game on the DS, and I would play Draculaura exclusively, except when there were mission-specific objective with other characters, as soon as I had her. And I had to draw her. She popped into my head immediately. But with this next one, we are back with a character that lives consistently in my mind rent-free, that I keep making a use of because, oh my god, that's everything to me. You are everything to me. It's Chara from Undertale, my baby, my favorite Undertale character by a landslide. Oh my god. Well, firstly, Undertale is my favorite game so far. I don't know if Deltarune will take the podium, take its place later. But right now I still consider it my favorite game. And Chara, oh my god, Chara. I used to my best friend and I would do role plays, and I used to be Chara, cause Chara is my fave, my pay. I just relate so much to the little crumbs that we have of them. It's just my heart and soul. They loved the monsters so much because humanity gave them reasons to hate them, to hate humanity, I mean. And then they discovered the monsters who were so sweet and treated them like a family, and they wanted to save them, and they died trying to save them. They sacrificed themselves to save them when they were a child. And then in the pacifist riot, you have a chance to, like, not fix it, but, like, closure. And that's just my heart, my soul. I'm crying. I drew specifically my personal interpretation of Chara's design. My little how's my story's name? Determined Integrity Chara, because like I said, I have so many Charas, but this is the Undertale interpretation of Chara. I drew them holding little flowers because well, if you know Undertale, you know the picture of them with the Dreemurrs, with the flowers in front of their face. You know, everything. I wanted to draw them with a little silly face, a little a little dead eye stare. In this picture, I interpret them as smiling because of that description in the bedroom. I don't know which one. It's a picture of a family. Everyone is smiling, but yeah, and like you, because they're my favorite. And we're moving on to one obsession to another. It's Fluttershy from My Little Pony for the Sings to All Her Pets, because it's Fluttershy. I don't even have to explain. You just know, and if you don't know, watch My Little Pony. I don't know. It's also the very first Fluttershy fan art I've ever done, because just like Twilight, I keep doing redesign and AUs instead of drawing them like in the show. Well, it's just not them too, it's just all of them. That's just how it do be with My Little Pony and me. But yeah, I will explain. Well, I don't even have to. I feel like you would guess from how I talked about Twilight why Fluttershy is one of my favorite characters, because I also related to her so much. I talked about it in the redesign Fluttershy video, the recent one. The anxiety, the social anxiety, the shyness, the liking animals more than people. Bestie, were you also created in a lab specifically for me? What happened? Baby girl, I love you. You know, I never really realized how long Fluttershy's mane was. Well, I kinda did on certain vectors, and from, you know, that episode with the Cutie Mark Crusaders, where they make the rumor that she has hair extensions, which I never understood if the implication was that it was true or that it wasn't. Not that it matters, but if somebody can tell me what Fluttershy's reaction was supposed to imply, tell me. Look at those butterflies for a Cutie Mark. For the first moment I drew them, I was like, they're so bad, I hate them. But now I think they look so cute and I drew them so well. the duality of mankind. My drawing sucks. No, actually, it's incredible. And I put a little music note because she's singing, and I put green in the background because, you know, she's in green so often. It was just like the blue for Twilight. It's their little dresses. And that's Fluttershy. I love her to bits. I had 2 Fluttershy dolls. Unlike Twilight, I think I have like 4 or 5, but I love them equally. They're my babies. And now for In the Way I Did, which is the aforementioned angry character with the silly angry pose, and it's Shadow, because you know how past is important to Shadow. You just know, every time his past is the most important things in the plot when he's there. Every time it keeps happening. Give this poor guy a break. So I think I might have mentioned it in the the past. It feels like I'm repeating myself, but I discovered Sonic with Sonic Adventure 2. It was summer break, and a French YouTuber did a Let's Play, and I just gravitated onto Shadow immediately. His storyline, his character design, his vibes, everything. Immaculate. His character arc. Mwah. I just love it. And then I discovered the fandom. I became a Sonato shipper. I played other Sonic games where he was present. I watched the Sonic 3 movie. I was so hyped for that. My character Shadow, actually, her name comes from him. I don't know if she was nameless before that or had another name. But when I discovered Shadow, I was just like, that's what her name has to be. That name is just immaculate. Oh my god. This is not the first time I draw Shadow, because I did a little Sonic comic at one point that I will not show because it was really bad. I will show one panel where I drew Shadow, and I will give no context on the story or anything else, but it was bad. It was bad, my guy. But so that's not my first rodeo drawing a Shadow. I also drew him better another time when I was drawing my roll swap AU of my characters Kayla and Anima as Sonic OCs, because my friend, the friend or roleplay friend, we did a Sonic AU of our characters. Look at this face. Why did I draw him like that? He's incredible. I love it. Those hands though, something has to be done. I think I fixed them. I don't know how fixed they get by the end, but I fixed them, because that's just not it. Silly poses are the whole thing, but this just looks painful. What happened to his hands, man? Why does he look like that? Then I looked if I wanted to change the eyes, but I didn't. I think they're beautiful like this, and it's iconic. And then did the angry thing. The I don't know how it's called, but you can see it. I never want to add it because I feel like it looks weird in my style, but it also feels weird without it, so I keep doing it anyway because I don't have any better alternatives for the time being. My guy, what does he look like that? And there we go, we're fixing the fingers. And for the background, I used the Super Shadow color because, of course, it just makes sense, and it's a good contrast. And that's all I have to say about it. Good vibes. I'm thinking about it because I'm watching Mellow collection. I saw, like, you know, on YouTube's when you can, like, petition for plushies, I saw someone make a petition for a Shadow plush. I would buy it so bad if it existed. My man! But enough about Shadow. Next character is Ravio from The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, which was my very first Zelda game that I owned. It wasn't the very first Zelda I saw a Let's Play of. That was either Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time. But the very first Zelda I played was A Link Between Worlds, so it has a very special place in my heart. It's my second favorite Zelda game. The first one is Majora's Mask, as we talked last time. And ravio is such a vibe. I feel like there has been in the fandom a mischaracterization of him as a very like weak and cowardly guy, which I can get the cowardly part. Where did the weak part come from? What happened? But without spoilers, the reason I put him for be sensitive is because, well, he is like very emotionally intelligent. Like you see that in the ending and you suddenly understand everything, but you also see like how he gets to that and how he already has that when you buy everything from him and he just thinks on the floor of your house. He helps Link on accident, quote unquote, and like sometimes being the supporting role is the best thing to do. I don't know what to tell you. I think people don't give Ravio enough credit. And I think he's really cool. And that's why I drew him, because I really like him. Especially the design. Like, him being a purple bunny. Like, come on. Come on. I don't have to say anything. And it being a reference to Link turning into a bunny in A Link to the Past. 10 out of 10. I love it. I also drew his little bird because, well, firstly, iconic, and secondly, the way it emotes, it just mimic his emotions, is so cute. The design is just so iconic. I love his design. I love his personality. The way he just he just invites himself into your house and like starts selling things in your house, turns it into a little shop, and pays rent with a bracelet that at first you think is like some crummy old thing, and then it's magical, and he's like, wow, I had no idea. This man is iconic, and I did the little blush. I did blush for every single characters except Shadow. This one is a little more subtle because I would assume that you could not see blushing under a mask. But I still did a little bit because it's cute. And you know what? If people can draw eyes that are see-through eyes, through hair, then I can draw blush that are see-through a mask. Also, shout out to me writing be sensitive instead of be sensitive. I just pressed the wrong key and didn't notice for the longest time. Embarrassing. And the home stretch is the final one. Look at this pose. Look at the existential dread. The silly existential dread. It's the very last one. It's my favorite Vocaloid. It was not a Vocaloid, but you know exactly what I mean. It's Kasane Teto! My girl! Oui, baguette croissant! What am I saying? So, Teto has been my favorite Vocaloid for as long as I've discovered Teto, cause just her voice in the Utao, it sounds so particular. It sounds so deep, but at the same time high. I don't know if it's like the crunch or some other technical stuff I don't know or understand, but like it sounds so nice. And then when the synth V came out, I just really like how low and powerful her voice is. It's incredible. When there is Vocaloid songs, I always go look for a Teto cover, cause my girl. Then when the like sort of Teto boom happened, when there were a lot of Teto songs that started popping up, especially in English, like, wow, I was eating well, you don't understand. Especially because that made me discover that Jamie Page is one of my favorite Vocaloid producers, which is very cool. It also made me discover I don't remember the name of their combined channel, the people who made Virtual Vanity and Spoken For and Static, the group that Jamie Page is a part of. Legends. Amazing. I'm losing. I had something else I wanted to go into, but I forgot. Yes, the Teto songs. The vibes is just so. They're so everything. There's silly songs. There's like I can't say it anymore. Existential, like relatable songs. They're ones that are in between. The vibes are crossing. It's incredible. I love it. It's just such a vibe. And them being songs using Teto, it happens that then your imagination, your interpretation of Teto is colored by these songs. And so my interpretation of Teto is like very this person who is very like silly and bubbly, but also has a lot of existential dread, and it's not like she's faking the bubbliness or the silly, but it's like a healthy dose of not thinking about the things that are giving you existential dread and trying to find the good things, and just vibe as much as possible to not go and sign. And I think that's beautiful, and and you will see in my not pony design, but dragon design for my Vocaloid MLPAU, that I wrote a bio for her, and it's really cool. But this is not about that. At the end, I did some touch-ups and fixed the skirt and the little shoulders, because I forgot. We don't talk about it. And like you, just like Erica's, my girl, I love her. So she got the like you at the end, and she looks very silly, and I really like her. So yeah, these are all my faves, and I'll let you with the final result. That's it for this video, guys. Take care. Bye!